In this video, we are going to go over the formula editor. First, we will explain what the formula editor is, how you can use it, and then use examples to demonstrate how you can use its capabilities to enhance the use of Synchro Pro in your projects. So, let's begin. The formula editor helps create and edit formulas that will be used to auto-calculate user field values in order to display information that is not captured in the standard Synchro project. This information can then be used for a number of reasons, including facilitating auto-matching, progress tracking, task creation, and cost tracking. To begin, let's create a new calculated task user field and open the formula editor. As you can see, there are three parts to the formula editor. On the left, we have the available syntax and properties, which are divided into categories. On the top right, we have the condition text box, and on the bottom right, we have the formula text box. First, let's go over the syntax list in the formula editor. In this list, there is the available syntax and properties that can be used in a condition and formula. These properties and commands are divided into categories and can be added to the condition formula by double-clicking or by pressing Insert. The object or property is then added where the cursor is located. Now, we will discuss conditions in the formula editor. A condition is an expression that must output a single true or false value. A formula will only be calculated if the condition is true. If the condition is false, the formula is not calculated. An example of a basic condition is shown on the screen. This condition will be true if the object name is either concrete or steel. In this condition, the two equal signs are called comparison operators. It returns true if two statements are equal. Both conditions were combined using OR, which is a logical operation. The OR operation returns true if at least one of the arguments is true, or false if all arguments are false. For more information, a list of conditions and logical operations is in the syntax list. Also, when you select an object in the syntax list, an explanation of that syntax is displayed on the bottom of the formula editor. More explanation can also be found in the Synchro Pro help file under the topic Formula Editor. The formula must be an expression that results in a single value of the appropriate type. The four value types are string, integer, number, boolean, and date. The value that is returned is the value that is assigned to the calculated user field. More information on the syntax of the formula editor can be found in the Synchro Pro help file under the topic User Field Formula Syntax. Now, we will go over some examples in order to demonstrate how you can use the formula editor for auto-matching, progress tracking, and quantity tracking. The first example will demonstrate how to use the formula editor for facilitating auto-matching by extracting level and sequence information from task names and model data. Here, you can see that a task user field named level was created that has the level the concrete pour will take place on. This was done with the following condition and formula. The formula will be calculated for tasks that do not have any children, have the string seq in their name, and have the string pour in their name. Let's break down the condition. Num underscore children is an object state that returns the count of the number of children the task has. Property returns a property value that is contained inside the parentheses, and the comparison operator open angle bracket equal sign returns true if the second string is contained inside the first. Now let's break down the formula. Right returns the specified number of characters from the right of the text string, and left returns the specified number of characters from the left side of the text string. So the formula finds the 9 characters on the left side of the task and then finds the first character on the right side of that string. This same approach is used to find the sequence of the slab pours. Next, we will create a resource user field to extract level information from the resource user field, base level or level. The formula that was used is the following. This user field is calculated if the number of children is 0 and either the user field base level or the user field level exists. In order to break down the formula, let's go over the syntax that was presented. The new syntax that was used in this formula was a new comparison operator and the if logic function. The new comparison operator checks if either string is contained inside the other. Also, the if function is structured in the following way. First is the condition, then the result if the condition is true, and then the result if the condition is false. In this formula, there is a nested if function, meaning one if statement is contained inside another one. The syntax for the nested if function is the following. This is equivalent to the following if then else statement. So, the nested if function in this formula can be interpreted as the following. Since the level information is in two different resource user fields, the formula has the logical operator OR to check in both the level and base level user fields. These calculated task and resource user fields can then be used to facilitate auto-matching. Calculated user fields and the formula editor can also be used for much more than facilitating auto-matching. They can also be used to extract material quantities from the model and assigning them to tasks. In this example, a user field was created to hold the quantity of steel used in the task. This data can then be plotted in a user field graph to predict the future steel consumption. The formula editor can also be used for progress tracking. One example is shown on the screen. In this example, the progress of a concrete column task was calculated based off the resource statuses, form, reinforce, and pour. An explanation of both of the mentioned examples can be viewed in the following blog post and YouTube video.